A very good morning to you. My name is Daniel Wahom and welcome to Sports Check. It is the 23rd day of June 2025. It's another day where we have conversations around sport and also keep up with what's happening around the news. And I think before the early bird information, the earliest one we've had is the Intergovernmental Budgetary and Economic Council meeting that is happening at the residence of the Deputy President in Karen. And Deputy President Professor Kithure Kindiki chairs that, and that is one of the roles that the Deputy President has got assigned to him constitutionally, and that is one that he must meet. And this is where the two levels of government meet. We're talking about the national government and the county government, where they do meet and discuss matters of the national and county government financing. So that's one of the stories that we are keeping tabs on. And also the Investments Committee of Parliament is going to be meeting with the County Executive of Nairobi City, and this is to interrogate the reports of the Auditor General and the financial statements of the Nairobi City Water and Sanitation Company Limited for the financial year 2023-2024. That's happening at the moment. And later this afternoon, they're going to be meeting with the County Executive of Murang'a County to interrogate the Auditor General report on the financial statements of the Murang'a, Maragua, Muriranja and Kegumo hospitals in the county for the financial years 2023-2024 with the Tharaka Nithi County Executive Committee meeting in the afternoon. And remember, the Budget and Appropriations Committee is also taking a look at the supplementary estimates for number 3 for the financial year 2024-2025. And also meeting the Public Accounts Committee is going to be meeting with the County Executive of Siaya, and there's a meeting with the County Executive of Kisii, and all of these are unresolved matters to do with the budgetary statements that have been poured. And also remember that later this afternoon, there's going to be an update on the Rapid Results Initiative on compliance with the Social Health Authority that is going to be taking place this afternoon. From the sporting side, well, three stories that we're going to be taking a look at. Number one, Kenya is hosting the World Military Golf Championships in Diani. So that's a story that we are going to be taking a look at all week because today is the opening ceremony and the practice rounds. Then starting tomorrow through Friday is when they are going to have the competitions proper. Now, also today, we've got the Roll Ball Junior World Cup. Remember, Kenya have been Roll Ball champions for men and women. So we've got the Junior World Cup that's taking place at the Moi International Sports Center, Kasarani. That is, and the opening ceremony for the Junior Roll Ball World Cup is taking place at noon. So all those are going to, that's going to be taking place. And the Cabinet Secretary for Youth Affairs, the Creative Economy and Sport, the Honorable Salim Vuria, is going to be making the opening doing the opening ceremony for that. And also happening, remember that we have got the task force that was put in place to ensure that there is compliance and also review of the Sports Act, the sports policies and other regulatory frameworks around the sports industry. So they are meeting at the Moi International Sports Center, Kasarani, and this is chaired by Senior Counsel John Ahaga, former chair of the Sports Dispute Tribunal. So all those who need to make memoranda are going to be there for that stakeholders forum that is going on. Part of our news cycle today on KBC Channel 1. That's what we're going to be taking a look at throughout the day and getting updates as they do come from the various parts of the country. So right now, before I introduce my guests, let me introduce my sign language interpreter, Lucy Mora, bottom right of your screen. So, two conversations we're taking a look at today. One is about judo, and we had one judoka, Zedi Cherotich. She was at the Olympics last year, and she was in Budapest for the 2025 World Senior Judo Championships. And just that's going to be our second conversation. But first, as we celebrate, those people who are bringing in medals, think of this. Kenya brings in a total, collects 35 medals. 5 gold, 17 silver, and 13 bronze. And this was at the International Blind Sports Association, that is the IBSA, Powerlifting and the Bench Press World Cup. And Kenya had representation, and two of those people who brought in the medals. When I just look at the number of medals they have, I'm counting about 9 medals. They'll tell me if that's correct. On my immediate left, we've got the women's team captain, Phyllis Wanjiru. Phyllis, welcome.
Thank you very much.
And congratulations. Show off the medals. Yes, 3 silver medals is what she won. And to her is the team manager of the KSAVI powerlifting and bench press team, Emily Nogola.
Thank you so much. It's Evelyn Ogola.
Evelyn Ogola.
Yeah. Yes, thank you.
Don't worry. And also we've got the men's captain, Maurice Kenywa.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having us.
Yes.
Here are the medals. That's 4 bronze, 1 silver.
And 1 silver.
Yes.
So that means I've got, that's 8 medals out of the 35 that were won. And, let me start with you, Evelyn. And this is where we, just to bring out the whole aspect of this sport for the visually impaired people and through the Kenya Sports Association for the Visually Impaired, KSAVI. Give us a background of this, because I know you cover a lot of sports. We've seen the visually impaired athletes all along, but let's talk about this one, powerlifting and the bench press.
Thank you so much, Home. Powerlifting is a game that KSAVI, that is Kenya Sports Association for the Visually Impaired. We began these sports last year. And last year we participated also in World Championship in Kazakhstan, in Astana, where we came back with 12 medals. So that's where our journey began. And so when we went there and we came back victorious with the 12 medals, we saw that this is a game that we can be able to do well. And so with the help of the Ministry of Sports through the Sports Fund, we are able to approach the government and to show the medals that we came back with, and they are able to sponsor us for this year's the World Cup, which took place in Almaty, Kazakhstan. That was in the month of May, and we were able to come back with 35 medals. We took a team of 11 athletes. Yes.
Actually, and when we take a look at this, is how you now merge. We know we've got the Weightlifting Federation here, you've got KSAVI, your parent, or what you'd call your umbrella body would be the National Paralympics Kenya. Just tell us how you work together to such that when you present your case to the sports fund, you're heard and your team eventually gets the facilitation to travel to Kazakhstan.
Oh, thank you. First and foremost, sports for persons with disabilities, the umbrella body is Paralympics Kenya. But now as KSAVI, we have our own federation that is mandated is in charge of sports like we have judo, blind judo, we have showdown, we have goalball, we have blind football, and also powerlifting. So KSAVI is given the mandate to cover those sports. So when it comes to powerlifting, we are mandated to cover that sports on our own. But now when it comes to the Olympics is now when we will join with the Paralympics. But when it's powerlifting, it's only for the blind sports. Okay. Yeah.
You said something called showdown.
Yes.
What's this?
Showdown, it's actually we can say it's adapted. It's like table tennis. It's a small ball which has sounds, and it's played by 2 people, both sides. So the ball has sound. So when you use a bat to play the ball, you'll be able to hear the sound and defend it.
It has the beanbag effect.
Yes, I can say the beanbag effect.
The same thing with goalball where they throw
it also has
so
sound.
So you have now to follow the sound?
Yes.
And play back?
Yeah. So you see now when you are visually impaired, you really depend on sound. Yes.
Oh, very interesting. Let me come to Phyllis. What attracted you to powerlifting and the bench press aspect of this?
Okay, thank you, Maura.
Wahome.
Sorry. Okay, the thing that made me get interest in powerlifting, I've been in gym, and so I thought it would be easy to participate. So I tried, and I was inspired because there were ladies also there, so I joined them. Yes.
What were aspect of, gym life were you in? Or any other sport that, made you just get hooked to the gym?
Yes, the thing that made me go to the gym, I also did martial arts. I did karate for long and kickboxing. So I was around the gym. Yes.
Very well. And let me come to you, Maurice. Getting into this powerlifting and the bench press now through Kesavi now.
Yes, Mr. Waume, like our, she's the second vice president in Kesavi, as much as she's
She was your team.
Yes, she was the team manager for powerlifting. So as she has said, Kesavi has takes care of the discipline of the blind games in Kenya, and in those games, I, as a person with visual impairment, participated in Showdown, the one that you've had, the table tennis version of the blind. But when powerlifting came last year, because that is when it was introduced to us, I decided to take part in it and try, because we were told this game has come. Now we need to, the athletes are needed to participate in it. So I decided to give it a try last year, but last year I did not go as an athlete. But this year I was part of the team, because last year I did not qualify because actually I was not a gymmer last year. But once I saw that this game, as like it was introduced to us, it is something that I can do, I decided to give it a try from last year. And when the trials came for this year's competition, I participated, and I was part of the team. Yes.
Well, let me come to you, Evelyn, because last year is when it was introduced. How did you, first of all, let's talk about the equipment. Let's start about that, getting the right equipment that can be used for them for powerlifting.
Oh, thank you so much. At the moment, we use the Paralympics gym at Nyayo Stadium. So basically, that is not like our own gym. It belongs to other people. So the kind of equipment, of course, we use the lifts, I'll call them the weights. Yeah, so those ones we usually use the ones that you find there for the there's a group of persons with physical impairment that are powerlifters that use that gym. So we use the equipment. So we actually have a challenge of having our own gym, because if we have our own gym, then we'll be able to train and maybe bring more medals and bring more people on board. Because you see persons with visual impairment, they are all over. And you see at the moment right now, we are only training in Nairobi. So that is one of the challenges that we have.
And this is where I'd like to bring it in, because it's the kind of equipment that you use. Because, when we see powerlifting, for example, we'd use the name, let's look for Helen Wawira. You know where she does for her, because she's
Physical.
Yeah,
Physical.
it's a physical one.
Yes.
So she's out lying on the bench and now lifts it up.
Yeah.
How do you go about yours?
For us, we have the bench press. We use the same bench that she uses. Then we also have the squats, where we lift the weight. Now for the physically, now they can't do the squats.
Yes.
Yeah. So we have that one, and then we have the deadlift. I don't know if you are getting me.
I get the deadlift.
So we have the three: the squats, the bench, and the deadlift.
But that is how you describe it, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that people don't. It's where, for example, go fetch water. So the 2 jerry cans.
Then you lift
them up.
Yeah.
And move. That is basically everyday deadlift.
Yeah, that is the deadlift. Yes. So we have a challenge of those equipments of having our own gym. Yes.
Now, Maurice, let me come to you, because if you've got to do, for example, if it's the deadlift, you always have a guide with you.
Yes.
So that you can now get to hold the bars.
Yeah.
And lift them up.
Yes.
Just give me a description of, your journey through over the last, I would say,
1 year.
Less than a year.
Yeah, sure.
Because the last one was in October.
Yeah.
Last big major global one was in October, and this the World Cup was in October, and then here you are. Over the years, how learning to adapt to those weights, starting with the fact that the bar has got its own weight.
Yes. Now, I will say it is not the guide here, it is the coach.
The coach.
The coach is the one that teaches us the technique on how to hold the bar. And you see, in this powerlifting, we are categorized with our weights. Like now for me, I was from 62 to 68. So that's where now the coach gives me the direction. This is the kind of the weight that I'm supposed to be lifting, depending with how much practice I've put and the way he sees me. So he has to teach me the technique on how, when I get to the bar has some threads,
yes,
where you feel. Where
actually, what you can do, you can use your cane, for example, because you have it there. So,
yeah, sure.
So your cane is going to be our bar for today.
Yeah, so now, like now, if this is the white cane, and sorry, we have, the coach will make sure that I feel this part, and for the other one, this other part. So he will tell me that that is now where my hand will be equally when I'm holding the bar. So if he needs me to push it more, like now for me, what I do, I hold my hands on the both hands on the end of the bar. Then I measure like this, 2. Then I know that's where I'm supposed to be holding the bar. Okay.
And that is after you've got the weights loaded.
Yes, after the weight.
So it's inside that cup.
Yes. No, not actually. Actually, the weight is, there is something that blocks the weight.
Yes.
When the weight is put, there's something that blocks. So I have to measure from where the weight is now for the bar, for me to know where to hold. Because again, if I hold very wide, I might as well be unable to lift it. If I hold it so close again, it is another now technique which is called a close-up. So again, it might not, I might not be able to lift. So I have to hold it where the coach directs me. And that's now where we are taught this technique of maybe measuring the bar or feeling the threads. Yeah.
Well, and there it is. And for you, just take us through your medals that you won. Let's start with the silver medal.
The silver medal. For the silver medal, this one was for squats, where the weight is put on my shoulder. The bar is put on my shoulder with the weight. Then I'm supposed to squat down and then come up. So I won the silver for that. Then we have...
What was your weight? What was your lift?
My lift for
the squat?
For the squat, I did 125. Yeah, that was my
that
lift.
is double your weight,
yes,
almost.
My weight, my body weight is 65.
65.
Yeah, yes. So I did 125 for the squats. Then this other one, this big one, this one is for the bench press. The reason it's bigger than this, and they are still because for bench press, it is actually like the mother of all the others. You are told if you can do good on bench press, then the others you can be able to do easily. So that's why it has a bigger medal. Yeah. So then this other one.
What was your bench press?
My bench press, I did 80. Yes. Then this other one. This one was for what you call deadlift. Yeah.
Okay.
So this one is for the deadlift. This one is for bench press, and this one is for squats. Then we have this one, which now is for total good lifts. If you have good lifts, with the accounted, if you have all good lifts, then you are given a medal, depending with the category of your lifts. Then this other one was good lift in bench press. I told you bench press that's why it is given two.
Yes.
Yes. Because I had good lift in the first round, second and the third.
So all of them means that they all went up, and you're able to. How long are you supposed to hold it up? Because we know, for example, at the Olympics, hold it up, they count 1, 2, 3, and then.
No. For us, you go to the bench, you lie on it, then you are told to remove it. You remove it and hold it here. Then you're told to start. So starting is pressing it on your chest, then pressing it back. Then after you've pressed it back, you're now supposed to rack it before you're told. Then you're told rack. So it depends now with the instructor. The more he takes on giving the instruction, the more you hold it. But mostly within 30 seconds unakuwaga umemaliza kupress after now you've gotten to the bench.
Okay.
Yeah.
There is one thing you haven't told us. Your deadlift. What was your deadlift weight? We know you did 80 for the bench press.
Yes.
125 for the squat and the deadlift. Now.
Deadlift I did 130.
130.
Yes.
And just demonstrating using your cane.
Yeah.
Just explain how the deadlift works so that we can now fully understand that.
For the deadlift, you are given one technique by the coach that you should protect your back, because again you might dislocate your back if you lift it without the technique, without using the technique. So your back has to be straight. So I don't know whether I can.
No, actually, you actually tried to.
Because I cannot actually demonstrate on the deadlift when I'm sitting.
We can hold back, but what we can do, I think I can ask Oscar to have your mic strapped to your belt. And then somebody can guide you and you can do the deadlift from the front. I think, Brian, you can do that.
Sure.
So that we can now come over to you, Phyllis. Phyllis, here you are with your 3 silver medals. Just tell us about each one of those.
Okay. I'll start also with the bench press.
Okay.
It's the biggest. And the other one is deadlift and squats.
Okay. All right. So just tell us about the weight that you your deadlift weight, because there is one each for that.
Yes, as you've heard, we are categorized with the weight, and I was competing. My category was 56, up to from 52 to 56. So I was there. I was weighing 54 then. Yes, so I would lift according to my weight. So my bench press was 50.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. And then also, so we'll be coming back to that. And so now, Maurice.
Yes.
Now just give us now that proper demo about how to do a deadlift correctly.
Okay, let me use my white cane as the bar. So the bar is down here.
Okay.
And now I will go, once my name is called, I'm taken by the coach at where the weight is. So I stand, and then I'm supposed now to lift it.
Yes.
And wait to be told to put it down. So what we do, you have to put your legs apart.
Okay.
For the stability, because remember the weight is heavy. Then you have to go down like this because of your back. So once you go down, you hold your weight, and then you come with it. Then you do like this, and then you're told, you wait until the instructor tells you to put it down. Then again, you put it down, and then you stand, and then wait to be told whether it is good lift or no lift. Yes.
And a good, giving us a good lift is where you have held it at the right position. Just give us a position for a good lift.
A good lift is when you go down, have your weight on your hands, and then bring it without rubbing it on your body. And then once it gets here, you can now lie it on your body, on your laps, then wait. Then once you're told to put it down again, you make sure that it doesn't touch your body as it goes down. Then you put it down, and then you stand.
All right.
Yes.
Well, thank you very much. And let me simply say this: Kenya, we know how you lift things. You have to use.
Ukiinama hivi, then you'll have a problem with your back. When you'll feel the pain, but yes. Once you do it like this, your back is straight here.
Yes.
So you will have the stability when bringing it. Then your legs again have to be straight, not like this.
Okay.
When you are standing, have to be straight. And then your chest has to come out. Yeah.
Okay. Very well. Thank you very much, Njoki. You can help Maurice get back to his seat at the moment, so that we can continue.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, yeah. All right. So that is, Maurice. At least you've seen how you're supposed to do it, and you see what Kenyans do. Whenever they lift something, they will. There is a temptation to use your legs here and there. And so let me come back to you. Now, Phyllis, we were talking about each of your medals.
Yes.
You did 50 for the bench.
Yes. And then squats, it was 70. Deadlift, 90.
Deadlift, 90.
Yes.
So, and this is where I want each one of you, Maurice and Phyllis, just to give us this. We have seen that you're doing almost twice your body weight, Maurice.
Yeah, sure.
When it comes to the squats. Just tell us how you develop that vis-a-vis what we are seeing, for example, for the bench press, where you were just doing slightly above your body weight, which is 80.
Bench press is the mother of the others. And it is the tough one. So if you are good in bench press, then the others you will be even 3 times. Yes, it requires a lot of energy, training, technique, and also passion.
Okay.
Yes.
Maurice?
Yes. I will start by saying this, Ahome. For us, we are power lifters, not bodybuilders.
Not bodybuilders.
Yes. Now, someone asked me the other day, you don't look like ujaunga, unajua? Then nikamwambia kuja nikuwekelee kwa mabega, then so now you can know that I have the strength. So for us, it is about building the power in your muscles. It is not about having a big body. So your question is why that times twice my nini, because I have learned the technique on how to do it. One, hiyo weight nakwambia nikichukua, if I pick it the wrong way, the weight of 130, then I will not be able to lift it, and I might lift it and then dislocate my discs. So the technique on how to lift it is one major very important thing. The other thing is, when you're training, you have to train as a power lifter, not a bodybuilder.
And I'm trying to think even for a conventional weightlifter, because there is what they also do. I mean, they've got to do almost the same thing. I mean, it's only that they don't do the deadlifts. They do the snatch, and then there's what they call the clean and jerk.
Yes. So for us that we cannot, because again we might harm our body.
Yes.
Because remember, we are power lifters, so we need the power to do and to have the technique. Now for the bench, for the bench press, we had a weakness in our team. Let me say so. That's why we have only one person who got a gold on it, but we decided to work on it, because like we are telling you, it is the mother of all these others. So you have asked a question why these bench press we were doing not very good, comparing it with, if I am able to do 140, let's say 140, because the person who got a gold in my category lifted 140
in the bench press.
Yes, my weight.
That means he's doing double his weight.
Yes,
straight up.
Yes. So, do you know how much he did on the squats? He did 200. So
where is he from? Is he from Iran?
No, from Kazakh.
From Kazakhstan.
Yeah, from Kazakhstan.
Not much difference. That's where all the weightlifters are.
Yes.
Normally.
So, if I can be able to do 100 plus with my weight on the bench, then trust you me, I will kill these others. Yes.
All right, he's mentioned 5 gold medals, and all 5 gold medals came from a young man who's in school today.
Yeah.
Kelvin Bogwa, a Form 3 student.
Yes.
At the Thika High School for the Blind.
Yes.
Let me come to you, TM. You're the one who's now going to, tell us the story of Kelvin, because 5 gold and 2 bronze is no mean achievement for him. And the thing is, he's not a small fella. He's 83 kgs.
Yes. He's 75.
Yes,
75.
Yeah. Kelvin began this sport, I think, last year, but he didn't manage to join the team. So this year when he had our trials, he came for the trials and he was able to qualify. So from that time, he's been training in and out of school. So he said that he developed that passion when he saw other people lifting weights, and he was like, I can also do it. So we're actually very proud of him. So he competed in the it's called in the junior category.
Yes.
That's where he was able to get all the 5 golds and 1 bronze, and he did so well.
So just give us a whole idea about this categorization, because you have the masters, you've got the juniors.
Yes, there's the masters, the junior, and now the open. The open is where Phyllis, Morris, and the rest competed. So for Kelvin, he competed in the junior category. Yes.
And looking at it, because everyone's looking for young sports people in this country. Some time back, I was with Steve Mutuma, Secretary General, Paralympics Kenya. And one of the things he was saying is, we have to look for these young athletes, especially for athletics. We could name the team Kenya. We know there is Wilson B, even for the T11, T12s, which is where the blind athletics is. But just tell us, what more are you doing, for example? Because now he's inspired an entire school.
Yes. So at the moment, KESAVI is scouting for young talent. We have a Google Docs form where we are registering athletes from all over Kenya, where you are able to register and tell us the kind of sports that you're interested in, your area, what are the facilities that are around there, so that you're able to locate them. And then we normally also have trials where we bring in athletes from different parts of the country where they participate in the trials. We also currently have a game called Showdown, where we train every Saturday at Hisan, that is in Kangemi. We are also nurturing young talents.
A place called?
Hisan. Yeah, it's in Loresho. Yes. So we train every Saturday, the Showdown. And right now, when the young people have closed, they're on mid-term break, they're able to join us on Saturdays and also during the holidays. So we are also nurturing talent there. We also have goalball, where our athletes are training. Like 2 or 3 months ago, we were at MKU, where we also had some championship. We also had young people from universities and from schools where they join us. So that's where we get our raw talent. So Kelvin is just one of the many that are there. Yes.
Which institution, Kelvin?
Kelvin.
Sorry, I'm saying Kelvin. And for you, Maurice?
Yeah.
Outside of this, just tell us, about your everyday job.
What I do? I work in the Ministry of Defense, and I can say as well that they have appreciated my achievements, and they have actually given me the permission to use the military gym there to train, and I'm given like the lunch hour. For my lunch hour, I live...
Unakula chuma?
Nakula chuma. During lunch hour, me nakula chuma. Yeah, I'm training daily, and I've also gotten a coach there, a military coach who is actually directing me in 1 or 2 things. Although the powerlifting teams, we normally go to Nyayo on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. That is at 2. We are usually there at 2. That's where the coach now, our team coach, comes and directs us on what we are supposed to be doing, the food that we are supposed to be eating. Yeah, such kind of things. So mainly, I go to the office by 7, 8 there, and then at 1, like I've said, after lunch, I go for an early lunch at 12:30. Then after lunch, I'm off to the gym up to 2. Then I freshen up and go back to the office. Yeah.
Well, you can see, the opportunities are there. Phyllis, let me come to you, because you started off with karate and kickboxing. Just give us a background of you getting into those 2 sports.
Okay, I started karate. First, I started with taekwondo. Then I shifted. When I went to school, I found there was no taekwondo, so I joined karate because they are the same. So after school, I didn't find a coach for karate, and the national team was training very far from me. So I joined kickboxing. That's how I went in stages. So from kickboxing, I've been training along home.
The transition from martial arts, because they've got their own discipline and the rigor that comes with it, and now taking up, powerlifting and the bench press. What was that transition for you?
Well, I felt it was normal because training was in me. So I didn't feel the space. So I just collaborated with the changes. Yes.
Okay. And I want you now to talk about your teammates.
Yes.
You are the captain. So first, tell us about Maria Joseph, who picked up 3 silvers.
Yes. Maria Joseph was participating in category from 56 to 60. She was around that category, and she also had a silver in bench press, squats, and deadlift. Also, she was training with us in Nyayo, and also she had some challenges. She had complained about the gym at home. There are those people who are mistreating blind people. Like you go to a gym and ask if you could train there, but because you are blind, they think you need more attention and they just deny you the chance.
But why would anyone do that? You need gym gani tuende huko ba. I won't say that.
It's a big challenge.
Yes. But someone like her or me, we are used to training. So when I go to a gym, although I may need assistance, not that much, I'm not a liability. I know what to do. You just guide me and I do. So I would urge the gym instructors there outside. They don't discriminate because of the condition. Yes.
Because at the most, all you'd need is somebody to get you to the equipment.
You put me this weight and then I do what I know. Yes, because now we go 3 times a week. So the rest days you need to practice at home. Now when you are denied the chance, you are discouraged somehow.
Well, do not deny them any opportunity at all that comes with them. You'll be very surprised that that some of the things that they do, they're quite huge. We've been just informed the gold medalist in Kenya's category could do 200 kgs up, and that was in the deadlift.
Yeah,
the deadlift. And 140 on the bench press. The other member of the team, let's talk about Sela Adikinyi.
Sela also is our teammate, and also she got the ladies, we got the same silvers in all the categories. Sela was playing the category of 67 up to 67, and she won the silver in bench press, squat and deadlift.
Okay.
Yes.
Marion
Accord was also playing in category weight up to 82. She won in bench press, squats and deadlift. Yes.
Well, brilliant performance coming in from the Kenyan women's team. Maurice.
Yes.
We've spoken about Mbogwa, who won all the 5 gold that Kenya did bring in. Jairus Okora, just tell us about him.
Jairus Okora is a very I can describe him as committed and resilient athlete. One, remember, he's a sprinter.
Yes.
He does 100 and 200, and when he came to the powerlifting, he didn't know that he could do it, but he's also.
I mean, that would fall naturally for a sprinter. I mean, when I see sprinters, Mirabamine, all of them. But you see, he thought that
maybe you will find people who are more, who have been practicing for the powerlifting. For him, he knows that he has been practicing for sprinting. But now, he didn't know that he could make it here. But we encouraged him, we worked as a team, and he got his medals as well. So I can say he did it. Yes. He was competing under the category of 68 to 75.
Yes.
Yeah. And there was a lot of competition in that category because I think they were like 8.
Yeah.
8.
Yeah, they were 8. But he was able to get silver, got a silver and a bronze.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Henry Nzungi won a silver and a bronze.
Yes.
Just give us up to him and his division.
It was 75 to 80 category.
82.
82. Yes. Is it 75 to 82?
Yeah.
Yes, 82 category. And they were also very many actually. Actually for him, he was even at first he was afraid that he might not get anything, because I'll tell you about Turkey, Kazakhstan, Russia,
Georgia.
Egypt,
Georgia.
Asia. Those people, they don't joke with wachezi na chuma. So he was afraid that he might not get something, but we encouraged each other. By the way, we trained so severely, yeah, for this one. For this one, remember our president, Mr. Charles, used to say that we have a target of 20 plus medals. And as the athletes, we would feel the heat on us. Every time that we go to Nyayo to do the practice, we would say, "Wasi, mnajua tuko na kibarua." You see, in every social media where you went, in every media house where you went, he never failed to say that the target is 20 medals and above, and 5 has to be gold. So tulikuwa na kibarua. So I'll say Nzungi really fought a good fight, and getting those medals was not a joke.
Rajab, let's talk about Rajab Cheti.
Rajab, huyo ni mchezaji wa kitambo on this game. Remember he is a
Shot put.
Shot put. Yes, he is a shot put athlete. So he was training for the gym initially, even before the powerlifting thing came to us. So he's one of our best. Yes.
And at the moment,
he was at category 90. Yes, 90, up to 90.
4 bronze medals.
Yes, 4 bronze medals. So it was also a good fight that he fought.
Okay. Now, acha niende side ya nani sasa. Let me go to somebody's side. Charles Waitherero side.
Yes.
There are 2 medals that you have. The small ones.
Yes.
About the clean lifts.
Yes.
How do we, accumulate more of this? Because, I mean, just looking at the medal collection and the work that needs to be done so that more of this come through. You see, there are some 2 extra medals you have.
Oh, these 2?
Total. And
The total ones.
The total ones, yes.
We have this one is for the total good lift.
Yes.
For the categories, and the total good lift for bench press.
Very good. Let's talk about, getting more of this when it comes to the good lifts, because we know how important it is. How this really matter, especially when you're going up to higher competitions.
Yes.
Kuongeza maarifa kwenye
More training.
It is about more training. Like it tells us, it doesn't mean because I went and got medals, if I don't train, that when there is another competition, I will go. So that makes us train more, and it makes us even have the motivation that Ujamaa is in for giving the people that require the chance, a chance to go and represent our country. So for the good lifts, I will tell you it is more about putting more effort and doing what you are supposed to do as an athlete to get them.
All right. Now, everyone, at the moment, this story is going out there and, the gyms are there. What kind of collaborations would you want such that the weights that you've given me here that you lifted, 50, 70, 90, this is a sport where the bigger the number, the better. Just take us through the collaborations that you'd like, in addition to what you have at Nyayo and other places.
Okay, for addition, we would need more facilities, because now there are people coming from far. And also because the gym doesn't belong to us, we go with their time. If they are training, we don't train. So if we could get more facilities and equipments, we would train better. And also there are like the uniforms there, the gym kits. We would also want like the straps.
Straps?
The ones for the knee. Yes, knee guards, those ones.
And the shoes also.
And also the shoes, because they also matter with the performance. Everything contributes to the performance. Yes.
Well, more events coming up, and let me come to you, Evelyn. And this is October, another big one's coming.
Yes, actually in November.
In November.
Yes.
This was the World Championship.
This was the World Cup.
The World Cup.
Yes.
So we are going for the World World Championship. You know, what's the difference between the two? Because everyone sees, okay, you've brought medals. So now you are going for the World Championship. This was the World Cup. What distinguishes the two?
Of course, the World Cup is at a higher level, and the World Championship, it's at a lower level. That's how maybe I can differentiate it. So in November, we'll be going for the World Championship. I think it's going to be in the same country, probably a different city in Kazakhstan. So that's why we've actually begun training as early as now. We encourage our athletes, wherever they are, to look for a gym and start training. Those who are in Nairobi, we train Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at Nyayo Stadium from 2 p.m. So we are actually scouting also for new talents. As Maurice said, it doesn't mean that because they went this time round, they'll also go. You have to put in more effort, and we'll also have trials around August, national trials, where the athletes who will come and qualify will be selected to compete for the World Championships. Yes.
And also, the trials planned for late August, mid-August, late August this year.
Yeah.
And what are the standards that you'd want for someone who would represent the country? For example, Phyllis here is in the 56 kg division.
Yes.
What is the minimum that you're looking at if you were to see, for example, or the minimum cut-off point?
You know, sasa hiyo tunaenda na coach.
The coach
if there is, because there are trials, he knows what to do. If he says you lift your body weight, it goes that way. If he says he's the one to set the standards.
Yeah. Oh. But Wahome, like now for the trials for this competition that we just was you have to lift above your weight, your body weight. So like that day I lifted 70. That's how I qualified. So
and that was for the bench press?
Yes, for the bench. Actually, for the trials we only did bench press because like, that is the matter of. So
the tough one.
Yeah,
it's a tough one.
Yeah. So you have to lift at least above your body weight, because that's when now the coach will know there is room for improvement. But if you can only lift, if you are 60 and you can only lift 20, then you're giving your coach a lot of.
Basically, you can only carry a bucket of water.
And then remember, 20 is only the bar. The bar is the bar.
The bar itself is 20 kgs.
Yes, it's 20 kg. So we start from the bar, 20, then now start adding other weights. Yeah.
And actually, had some, and that's the routine. Your warm-up routine includes, first of all, playing around with the bar, isn't it?
Yes.
Because just take us through that. You are the one with a makeshift bar today. So wacha tubadilishe Ken leo.
Okay. So when we are warming up, like on Mondays, normally on Mondays we used to do bench press. So warming up, unaambianga upige kama nini body, yani hawa watu wa body, hawa wenye wa body lifters. You see, body lifters wanapiga kama reps mingi. So unaenda unashika bar yako, unachapa mingi. Kama 30, 40 ama 50 ukiweza. Hiyo sasa ndio una warm ya bench press. Kama una warm ya squats. Unaweka bar hapa. Then unateremka kama 50 zingine. Most tunaendanga 60. 20 mara tatu. Hizo ni reps tatu. Yeah. So you have to warm fast before you start. But again, there is more for warming up. Unaweza warm na kamba pia. Unaweza warm na press ups. Unaweza warm na dumbbells, kidogo, you know, yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Your warm-up routine, just take us through it.
Okay, at the gym we warm all the same. There are no men and women. If it's the bar, all of us, you have to control it and you warm. If the coaches now decides the warm-up is enough, now we go to training. Yes.
And what is it that you keep doing to ensure that you do not get injuries? You know, Maurice mentioned there's a risk of the back injury.
Yes.
And if you're doing the bench press, you know, there's how you hold it. You know, you can tear your muscles, or you know, so that you don't avoid. You know,
We
all
avoid
those tears.
the. Now there is where the coach comes, because he knows if we put this weight, you will get injury. If you train with this weight, you will be safe. So we go with the coach's directions.
Okay.
Yes.
And what about improving? For example, if you have to do your bench press now,
Yes.
you did 50. Now you've got. I mean, if you was to use their standards, you would not have made it to Kazakhstan.
Yes.
But how do you progress now? Make sure, for example, now that you can do, say, 57 onwards.
Yes, they are like the assistives, that the dumbbells, the push-ups, they help a lot in bench press. You get the power in the shoulders to lift. So we do a lot of those ones. Even at home, you can do them in the house. We keep on doing the same.
Sasa hii ya nyumbani, because that one applies for everyone, visually impaired or not.
Yes.
Tell us a normal routine anybody can do at home.
Yes.
Usiniambie kwanza nikajaze simiti kwa mkebe.
So at home, you can do the push-ups. You set yourself, nitaenda 20 mara 3 ama mara 4. Then I'll go squats. Then there are those ones that you are shown, hata kwa kiti unashika. Kuna yani ni mingi.
Right, yes.
Yes.
Where you put your hand, say, on a sofa.
Yes, and then you.
Feet stretched out.
Yes.
Yes.
And you lift your body.
Yes. Those ones, si lazima uinue vitu mzito. The simple exercises at home, they help a lot.
Especially now coming up, you know, helping you get through
Yes.
all of these rigors.
Yes.
Okay, so, and now that, you know, you from the World Cup, you've set a benchmark. What would you be looking for? I'll start with you, Phyllis.
Okay.
There are 3, you've got 3 medals here already.
Yes.
Just tell us what your target would be.
Okay. My target at the championships, at bench press, I want to go at least double. If with the training, and also the squats, I have to work hard, and deadlift. So I've set a high standard, because also my opponents are training, and I don't know what they have kept as target. So as long as I train, I know I'll get good results.
Very well. And let me come to you, Maurice.
Yes.
I mean, you did 125, and that was the bench press. The gold medalist did
No, bench press I did 80.
80.
Yes.
Sorry, the deadlift.
Yes. No, the deadlift.
The squats is 125.
Yes.
The deadlift 100.
Deadlift 130.
130.
Yes.
Gold medal, and that brings you the gold medalists who are doing 200 and
He did 200 for that is the deadlift. Yeah. For the squats, he did, I think, 180, and then for the bench press, he did 140.
And so there you are, bridging this gap.
Yes, it is very much possible. Like my coach always tells me, I have an advantage. I am short. Unajua people wanachukia watu wafupi. Wanga hatupendi sana, but here we have an advantage. We have an advantage. Here you are now the short people will clap for themselves. My coach is usually telling me that, Maurice, you have a very good chance of lifting higher because you are short. If I widen my leg and then I pick the deadlift, I can lift at a 200, at a 20, at a 230.
Oh, haiendi mbali.
Because I can tell you, that guy of Kazakhstan is shorter than me. Trust him, he is shorter than me. Yes, the one that did all that. So that's where now I get the advantage. But I am training
Might
so
make
hard.
me a scout for your sport. Go look for all the short people.
Do you know there is a guy called Mariga? I don't know whether you know him. He's a short stature. He does 150 bench. 150 bench. So you can see it is very much possible. For me, I'm targeting 150 bench. I'm targeting at least 170 squats, and then I'm targeting 180, 200 the deadlift.
The deadlift.
Yes. Yes.
So it will be a series. We will mark that. We will not forget.
Don't forget.
We will not forget.
Yes.
And we now fully understand why they're doing that. And so, Evelyn, let me just come to you. And, you know, as a member of this federation, let's just look at, I mean, you can overall wrap up for some of us for these events. The Showdown Championship was in Italy, that is past, but now let us look at what's coming. Blind judo?
Yeah. Blind judo is supposed to take place, I think, next month. So we are in talks with the ministry, hoping that they'll be able to facilitate us. Meanwhile, the trainings are ongoing. Yes.
Well, very interesting. The next group that is coming is judokas. So unaweza wasalimia pako pale, so that you can talk to the deputy SG. He can help you with one of those things, because at least I know about that. The Gold Ball African Championships in September.
Yes, also our teams are training and will be holding our national trials soon. Yes, to select a team. Yes.
Okay. Blind Football World Championships.
Also our teams, we are training. We are also training the coaches and referees on that. Yes. Because and we have also given balls to them that were donated to us. Yes. Yeah.
That ball also, by the way, for blind footballs is the same.
The
sound.
It has the
It has the sound
the big bag
effect.
effect.
Yes.
That sound.
Yeah, but now it's smaller than the goal ball. The goal ball is a bit, yeah.
It's bigger because I've seen goal ball play it on the floor.
Yes, you roll it out. Yeah.
And try to score against that.
Yeah.
And then also one of the things that you want to do is just give us a background of trying to get more coaches into blind sport, so that they're able to adapt to the athletes and know the rules of the sport as they apply.
Yeah. Okay. Like last year, we had a training for referees and coaches for goal ball. That was in December. We had a team that came from the UK that was doing the training, and you are able to train teachers from the special schools. So whenever we have the trials, we bring them on board, and they're able to ref and also coach the students. So mostly in schools, we have coaches who are teachers. Yes.
And because you mentioned about that, and how well are these schools, adapting to, the growing space of sport for the visually impaired?
We actually encourage the head teachers and also the teachers who are in charge of sports. We encourage them to scout for young talent and to encourage these young students, young blind students, to join sports and to actually engage in the sports that are readily available in schools. Because you see, in school we'll have goal ball, and we've donated those balls to the schools. So you'll find that majority of the blind schools, they're able to participate in goal ball. So Showdown, we also have like in Thika, we've also donated the balls, so the students are able to train. Yes.
All right. Thank you very much, Evelyn Ogola, who was team manager of the Kenyan team to the powerlifting and bench press world championships. Basically, it's around weightlifting. 35 medals, 8 of them are here. The captain of the ladies side, Phyllis Wanjiru, is here, and Maurice Kenyo was captain of the men's side. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. All the best, and
huyu mtu ni ambassador, huyu anajiona na wakubwa wengi sana, atawasaidia mpate equipment.
And we'll also want to encourage to encourage parents out there. Wasifungie watoto wao. Bring them out. Because I didn't start out as a team manager or a vice president. I was actually an athlete back in 2017. And that's how I got here. So we encourage parents, mtoe watoto wenyu, give them a chance to participate in sports. They'll become people like us in future.
All right. Thank you very much. Well, we'll be taking our first break, and when we get back, we'll get the highlight of the crowning moment for Kenya Police winning their maiden FKF Premier League title. And after that, we will be talking judo. Well, let's take a break. Our sign language interpreter this hour has been Lucy Mwaura.